Yeah.
Okay, so what is Cappella Studio?
So Cappella Studio is it's a convent. It was a Sisters of Mercy convent in Atlantic City, in the heart of town, 2 blocks away from the beach. That the Sisters of Mercy were a teaching order. They're still a teaching order, and they taught at Our Lady Star of the Sea School. So Cappella Studio is their former convent. They no longer teach at the school, and it has 17 bedrooms, and then 2 large, what are now classroom spaces. So there's an upstairs classroom, a downstairs classroom, a full chapel, and all those bedrooms. So 3 of the bedrooms will be converted into artist studios. The Mother Superior's bedroom will be turned into an artist in residence suite. So it'll have a bedroom, a studio, and an en-suite bathroom. There's a roof deck and a room for mold making and casting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
this is a totally integrated space between the church and art.
it is. Yeah, we're running
Education.
it as an apostolate. So it's not a separate nonprofit.
It's part of the
It's
parish.
part of the church's mission, the parish mission. Yeah. And the cool thing is that, well, one, we're in the year of St. Francis, special jubilee on the 800th anniversary of his death, right? That Pope Leo just called. And St. Francis of Assisi in 1205 was praying in the crumbling church of San Damiano, and he heard the voice of God say, "Francis, rebuild my church, which you've seen has fallen into ruin." And he took it seriously and started rebuilding that church, and then expanded it out to like actually reform the church, right? And rebuild the church. So my new job is I get to pretend to try to be like St. Francis of Assisi.
Very good.
And I get to try to rebuild. I'm like physically rebuilding the chapel
I see you. You're restoring this old, beautiful building.
Yeah, and I'm learning how to become a old school plasterer, like historic preservation plasterer. And so I'm restoring the chapel. We're going to open that first for Eucharistic adoration. That'll be open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. So in between the 2 daily masses, there's like a 7 a.m. daily mass and a 5:15 daily mass. So, people can stop by and go to Eucharistic adoration.
That seems to be the sign of a healthy parish. If they have adoration, lots of confessions.
Yep. We have confession every day except Sunday, and even sometimes on Sunday. So we have 3 churches in our parish. We're a merged parish. So there's 3 churches. There's St. Nicholas of Tolentine, which is a beautiful historic church on the National Historic Registry. St. Michael's, which is the historic Italian parish. And Our Lady Star of the Sea, which is like the whole world goes to Mass there. It's got a very active Vietnamese community, a very active Hispanic ministry, African-American Catholics, all kinds of Catholics are there. And that's like the catch-all church. Everybody's there. And so Cappella Studio is on the Star of the Sea campus.
Okay, you're spearheading this. So what's coming up? You have an open house coming up.
We have an open house coming up March 21st. This is Saturday. You'll be there.
I'll be there. Yeah. We have a shared interest here. Now, who else is going to be there?
Anthony Visco will be there.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Great.
Anthony Visco is like the torchbearer of Catholic art in the 20th century, kind of the unsung hero of.
He really has carried the torch.
He has, yeah. I mean, he's an amazing guy.
Is he doing a talk or?
He's going to give a lecture.
Lecture. Okay.
He's going to give a lecture. You're going to give a demonstration, right?
I'll do a demonstration. I think on sculpting a crucifix.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be teaching a class on sculpting a crucifix with you. July, what is it?
16th and 17th.
16th through 18th, 3-day workshop.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to do that. And I've always wanted to marry, my faith with my art. And it's been a bumpy ride. But you called me maybe 3 weeks ago and said, "Hey, I'm setting up this place. We're going to have adoration and rosary walk. And we want sacred art to be made.
Yeah.
And we want to train the next generation of artists."
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's funny because our limited conversations that we've had over the years, you've been sending me pictures of, mass-produced statuary, and you're like,
right, yeah.
Can you date this thing? And I'm like, yeah, I think it's 1920s, this one's 1950s, and
Yeah, I was finding statuary on eBay, and then I'd send Jim, a picture and say, how old is this thing? And how do I repair this nose?
yeah. So it's funny because I think when we first met each other, neither of us were practicing, right?
No. And we're the same age. It's crazy.
And so there's something happening, right?
Yeah.
So Pope Leo not only called that special year of St. Francis, but he also asked us to reread the documents of the Second Vatican Council. Pardon me. And in doing so, one of the cool things is I opened up Sacrosanctum Concilium. I have the Word on Fire, like Vatican II collection. Mm-hmm. So I open it up and I'm reading it. You get to paragraph 127, and it says, bishops should have special concern for artists. I'm like, what?
What a breath of fresh air.
Special concern for artists. And, and either by them, or I'm paraphrasing this, either by them or through priests who have a love of sacred art, you should care for them because their artwork is like preaching. And in places where it's appropriate, you should open up sacred art schools and academies.
Which doesn't exist.
I'm like,